Well, good morning, crew, and it's a frosty day today. Let's go out and have a little look outside here. Oh, I still got lots of snow to clear yet, and I may do some today. But it's supposed to warm up later today, so up to -5, so it might be later this afternoon when I do some. But there's no wind at the moment, so that's a good thing. But yeah, some cold. Holy cats, when I got up this morning, it was -18 degrees Celsius. That would be 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold, cold, cold. And the poor wabbit. There's what the wabbit was going through at some point last night. Yeah, it'd be cold for the poor wabbit and the squirrels, all the cats and the birds and whatever else is outside. You can kind of hear the snow crunching. It's kind of like if you watch Dawn at Little Griff off-grid Alberta, when he's out walking around, that's what his snow sounds like most of the time. It's cold there. Yeah, wife had to go this morning out to look after grandson again. Holy cats, the poor grandsons they're sick every other day. There's two of them, so one gets better, one gets sick, and the other one gets better, and the other one gets sick. Holy cats, it's terrible. And then my daughter, she gets sick with them. It's quite a time. Anyway, I was out here at 4:45 cleaning her car off because I didn't get it cleaned off yesterday. Didn't expect she was going to be going anywhere, so it was mayhem to get the car cleaned off this morning because she had to go. So I wouldn't mind just getting this and where my truck sits cleaned up. And that would be about all I really need to do for. We're supposed to get a bit more snow again today. Anyway, I got to get across the street over there too and clean out a little path for woman to get through the sidewalk. She likes to walk. There's a sidewalk over there, so I try and keep a little path open there for her to get across. I'll have to try and get that done too. And then we got all this stuff here around the house to do. Yeah. And then more on the edge of the woods. Yeah, well, you can kind of see the red in the sky over there from the sun coming up. Yeah. Anyway, a little bit of snow clearing this morning. I don't know if I'll show you any of that or today. If you can see over there where the orange is over there where the sun is kind of hitting on things. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm going to do a bit of snow clearing hopefully, and we're going to look at Kablewies I think today. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that orangey over, way over. There's a little bit up in my trees there. You can kind of see the sun hitting that a bit. Two crows are chasing each other here. All right, well, I guess that's the introductory for this morning. So we'll get back to you a little later on, maybe. So there we go. It's up to a balmy -16 Celsius now, and that would be 3 degrees Fahrenheit. And the winds are west southwest at 24 miles an hour. But when I'm outside there, I really didn't feel any wind at all. Anyway, not a whole lot of change, I guess. Still going to get to -5 maybe today. Still periods of snow, so I don't know. They're saying 2 centimeters, but and then tonight's chance of flurries. So same thing for tomorrow. Chance of flurries. -10 tomorrow, -10 Sunday, and sunny on Groundhog Day. 1 degree on Monday, and flurries. I don't know how that works, but anyway, snow. -4, look at that. I never noticed that till just now. Monday night. Tuesday's -4, -15, -10, and then back up to 1 degree again. And flurries next Thursday. That could probably change by then. Anyway, there's your weather for today. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of clearing there like I was saying before. I just want to kind of clear up where the cars parked there and get that done. I kind of got you on a little bit of a zoom here. Zoom. Anyway, alright. Hopefully I don't cover the window with snow again. I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh yeah, and I got my heated seat on. Boy, that's cold out there today. My fenders are froze. They kind of a funny noise there when I shut her off, so I'll have to kind of have a look at that, I suppose. Always something here with these stuff. That's why you got to have more than one old tractor. There's always something screwy with them. But they do the job, that's for sure. All right, a little later on, we're going to get on to Kablewies looking at here. I had a quick look at her there, and it's just normal rattling, banging, and crashing. I guess there was nothing seems to be wrong, so it's on idle. Now, cool down time. If you don't let her do that, she'll bang out the exhaust like any tractor will. There now. What? Okay, we'll get on to Kablooey here in a little bit. Well, good afternoon, viewers, and we're back after our lunch break. And it's probably 3 or 4 hours later since the last clip. So there you can see all the snow that's come down since then. And probably another 2 inches there anyway. And it's still snowing. Anyway, I'm going to go and give you a little look at Kablewies here. I've been working at it and working at it and working at it. And I don't know if I've got it fixed or if I don't have it fixed, or I don't know. Anyway, my theory is somehow the belt got jammed in between the idler pulley and the top pulley, or the idler pulley and the bottom pulley, but I would kind of more go with the top pulley, I think. And maybe because of the pulley, the idler pulley moving back and forth. Like I say, I'm only guessing. I'm not a Sherlock Holmes. I'm kind of like a get smart, I guess. So there's nothing scientific here whatsoever. Anyway, we did see this pulley having quite a bit of movement there on the shaft that pulley is hooked to. Down on the bottom, there's a shaft there that it rotates back and forth on. Now, why, I don't know. Like I say, this ran for years without any trouble. So I don't know. Anyway, I have it kind of fixed up there now. I've had that idler pulley off, and I've turned it around, and then I've firmer fixed the shaft thing on this end, and I firmer fixed the shaft thing on that end. Because that's basically the only way I can get to it. I can't get that thing off with the blower in there. So it's just a firmer fix. But what I'm hoping to do, is because this blower will be coming off in probably 3 to 4 months' time, and the lawnmower will be going on. Then I can take that idler pulley shaft thing off, and I can put in washers to where I want them. So it's a lot easier to do when it's off. Certainly can't get at it when it's on. So I'm still not, well, like I say, I have no idea if this is going to work. So I still got to get the belt on it. I bought 2 belts, a 40-inch and a 39-inch. And I have no idea if either one will fit properly, or whatever properly is. And what might have to happen is this pulley this idler pulley, I may have to see if I can find a smaller diameter one. I'd like to get the same width, but smaller in diameter. And that would allow me to put the shorter belt on. Because when the belt was on here, before I took it apart, this was in that far almost, I think. I can get the light on it here. It was running pretty near in that far. So I'd rather have it out here somewhere. So having it in that far, the angle of the belt from the top, I can get my light going here. There we go. If I can get it at the belt, this goes clockwise, so the belt is going downward. So with it that close in there like that, if it happened to catch that idler pulley somehow, I don't know how it would have, but anyway, it would have pulled the belt into it. And cut that piece out of that belt like you seen there that I showed you. I think I showed you. Anyway, I'll show you in a second. And it jammed in between this pulley and this pulley and cut the chunk out of it, and between that edge and this edge. Now, it could have done it on the bottom one too, I suppose, but the bottom one, the pulley's not that sharp, so. But I suppose it could have done it there too, but it's pretty close there. So having the idler pulley out further, I think, will help that. Now, that belt is over here. Fan is spinning today, boys. That belt is over here. So there's where it took the chunk out of it. So I'll obviously get into something, I'd say, in between two pulleys somewhere. And tore the chunk out of it and flipped it. Now, how long it was like that, I don't know either. But it worked fine. It wasn't slipping on the belt when I was into the snow, so. Anyway, I still got to do some more work here yet. I got to get the belt on and see how that's going to fare out there, so. I'll get back to you once I get that far. All right, so we're ready for start up here now. Now, the one thing I didn't like when I took it apart was how far in that idler pulley was pulled in. It was in a long way compared to where it is now. So it was, I don't know how you explain it, but anyway, the belt was in quite a ways compared to where it is there. Now this belt is the exact same length. I did try a shorter one on, but it would not even come close to fitting. So what I would need would be a 39.5 inch belt, and that could be difficult to get somewhere. Anyway, so I thought I'd try the 40-inch belt on to see if it pulled in the same as what it did before, and it's not. So I like that there better. It's not pulled in as far. That's a good thing. Now I have a different spring on it, and my guess is that the spring I had on there might have been too too strong, and it basically stretched the belt to the point where it was getting longer, of course, and that is why the idler pulley was going in further. So I'm hoping that that might be better there. That's a longer belt, and it's or a longer spring than the other one, and not nearly as big. So to get that spring and show you if I can here. Here's our spring drawer. Anyway, that's the spring that was on it. So it's a fairly rugged spring. And I guess I better to show you this. I guess it's over here. This is what I put on it. So there's the difference in the two springs. So one, this being longer, it's going to have less pull on it, and being smaller coils and less diameter coil in the width of the metal here, there should be a lot less pull on this one than there was on this one. Now, I'm kind of running out of those old springs. Those old springs were for older Enterprise gas stoves. And they are the spring that would hold the door up, the oven door. They would hook to the hinge. They would come back to a chain. And the chain would go around a roller and hook up to wherever, and that was how the door was held closed on old Enterprise ranges. So there now. Anyway, I used to have a bunch of them, a bunch of those springs, but they're slowly disappearing. Anyway, so I don't know that maybe the extra spring tension had something to do with it. My other thought is my detective work again. This blower hasn't been on this tractor for 3 years, so it's really hard to say exactly what spring we had on there for tension, but that one that I had on there, it must have been with it or around it or something, and that's why I used it. And it did fit good, but maybe not, that we had the wrong spring on here and we're pulling too hard and stretched the belt and all the hooey and goes on there. So maybe not. Who would know? Anyway, we're going to give her a test fire here. I lubed her up and I greased up things and all the other kind of stuff, and we'll give her a test run here and we'll see if I can hold the camera here while I start it to see how that operates there. Yeah, I should be able to. Now we'll get her going here. Usually would have it running about that speed, I think, when I engaged it. So let's have a look. nothing looks out of whack there too much, so it's not jumping, and like you say, that's why I don't, well, I don't know, you're not supposed to anyway, have them at full throttle when you engage anything, so I don't, so. But that looked normal to me. There was no big jump out of the idler pulley. It seemed to be running good, and it's not flipped yet. Anyway, I think this is going to be long enough for this video. It's probably too long now anyway, so I'm going to cut her off at that, and I may get it out today and try it, and I may not, but anyway, I might. Snow is kind of slowly stopping, so. All right, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, and I'll get back to you.